I have a small little update on what I have been doing with the Enterprise D to try and get it wired up and ready for a power supply. Hi guys, Ralph here. I've been faffing. I know I swore from the very start that I would not modify the Enterprise D, and I've already done a couple of videos on things I've been doing in paint work and stuff like that. I have done the stand. The stand's nice, good and ready and prepared to what I need to do next, which actually not do next, what I've actually done. So the whole thing with it is I was reminded by a friend who's in charge of the Retro Box Room. It's on YouTube, great videos. When, if ever, the kit, if you ever sell it as it is, you've got the battery packs in it, which is fine. You, when we get round to it, you unlatch the saucer and that goes away. You can take the neck off, that goes away. Take the nacelles off, so it is very easily transportable. You put a power supply to it, this is going to be a nightmare to do. So if you hardwire everything in, it ain't going to work. Simple as. So I needed to wire up everything together. It's on one power supply, which is in the video for the stand. I also need to try and wire everything together. Nacelles to the star drive section, the saucer and the neck section, they all need to be able to be disconnected. Now I've looked around ages ago, found these lovely connectors, and you all know what these are because these have the two LEDs on them. They're all over eBay. You can find different sizes if you want, be a bit more than this, but these do, two LEDs, fine, happy. Bought a bag full of those. They don't do the connector, the socket ones, but they do circuit mounted ones we could have possibly used anyway. They also do the smaller ones as well. Now these are the inline sockets for the plugs, which I've used quite a few of on this. So there they are. So yeah, wire up together. I've got a male to female adapter, sort of. So I can easily enough push in and then connections are on. If I need to, unplug. So that is the theory. Hopefully it all works. I can't fully test it properly, but at the minute it's fine. Now, the way I wanted to do it is to have a separate circuit board. I was going to use one of these. This is what the tester one that we've had ages ago. I probably still could, because you put a battery in one of these. I could put the battery out of this into, just remember into another cable. Yes, into the saucer section, star drive, and then I put in this section here, the saucer section, the neck, and two nacelles. So it would actually work having the smaller one on instead of, I have a large one. Sorry, just did not come out properly right, did it? Large circuit board. So here is how I stand at the moment, and I do have issue 25. Now the reason I've had to do this now is because issue 25 starts to close in the saucer section, the star drive section, sorry. Right, so here we have two holes drilled into the bottom of the neck. This will get covered over by the neck section. I have one, I have two. The reason I have this is this will go to the neck and then plug in these two, because there are two battery packs, spoiler alert, for when this is being powered up, when the saucer is being powered up. When we do the underneath section, I'll show you that in a minute, where the captain's yacht is. Both power packs, both battery supplies on there, 4.5 volts, go wired in at the same time. So I'm going to just basically power up two lots of power. I try not to overload it the best I can, but if it does, then I'll have to work on that eventually. Two parts here for the nacelles. I can tuck these cables away, hopefully. If not, they will definitely go away inside the nacelle. Now I have the nacelle all painted, all lovely, all done. The battery pack on the back I have painted over. I'm not entirely happy with that, but I'm going to do better on the second one. So these are the sockets, these are the plugs. It will just basically plug in. I can thread took loads of the cable inside here, and that will just go on there and will be disconnected and pull out whenever I need it. So that's wired into where the battery actually went. So battery pack's still in there, just to cover over. When we get the second nacelle, I am going to work on something different because I'm not entirely keen. It took a while to get the paint right and it doesn't fully blend anyway. And yeah, I do not use a spray gun and I really should have, but at the moment it's happy enough to display without me. So there's a gap there anyway, so you can tell there's things wrong with this anyway. So we have socket there to socket there. Neck. Here is the cobra neck. Here is the underneath. It's the cobra neck. These two, because I've already marked off saucer ×2 and neck, because that one will go that way. This single cable goes to the right side to connect there and then tuck away as the best I can. See, it will tuck inside. The two from the saucer come out and then plug into both of these here. Now, that one cable for the neck does go inside here, lights all of these up. The switch has already been gone, which was there. Still, again, I need to work a little bit more on my paint work because I filled that in, painted over. The switch is permanently on. I don't care because on the stand, it's permanently, oh, there's a permanent on-off, so it doesn't matter so much. What you're saying, screaming at the screen, how does this connect to the neck? Right. All of the PDF files are out, therefore easily findable. If you want, just go on my Discord channel, they're all on there. Links are in the description. If not, if I've got it wrong, please tell me, I'll send you an invite. The battery pack, right? The final, I think the final two episodes, I think it's 29, 30, it might not be 31. They basically, here you go, here's a sword. We've had this battle bridge for ages. What you basically do is, that's gone. So this, it must be too tall for when the saucer goes on to actually do anything. But also, inside there are two of the cables there, and I can push those through a little bit more and I can pull away just to try and hide the cables maybe inside there, but they will not pull through anyway. Well, if I tried hard enough, I probably could. But these here now, two sockets, the female side and male. I'd say probably female side, although there are, yes, female side. There are two in there, so there's got to be two coming off the saucer. Now, before I can show you the saucer, I'm just going to flip over and show you what I have done with the electrics. I've got the larger board, and I know I could use a smaller one. This here goes straight to and then off, and then the leads, cables are in there, which I need to find a connector from that inside of the display stand. So when this goes on the display stand, so we're really close to the end, I can just wire up whenever I want to. The next few issues are going to be part over here, and then part on the back here, and then it's all going to get covered over. There's a battery pack over here that will get put in on my videos, but it will be hidden over. This part here, this section here, is magnetic. The switch, it'll be hidden. The battery pack will be hidden brilliantly. So yeah, two wires go up here, which come from, I think it's this one here, which two wires go off to one nacelle, two wires, they have changed colours, by the way. They're not blue, white, and then, ooh, yeah, they've just changed colours because of the cables come like that. Or the adapters do, and I've changed cable to make them longer to come out, and then magically it changes back to these. So everything's right polarity, everything is soldered in. This is just taped in place to hold it in. Hopefully when this section goes on, there's a little bit of breathing room, otherwise these are gonna be a nightmare to do. So we have parts on here, and if you look on here, I've got 1, 2, 3. The number 1 goes to the neck. So that's powering off there with the red and black. Over here, red and black goes to the saucer. White and yellow, because they are just positive, negative. If power goes in, power goes out. So this board will just distribute everything else. If I wanted to do the flasher, I can easily do the flasher because this is the D1 there. Underneath there's a little tiny diode which changes the flashing, but we'll be able to change that anyway if we could, so we don't get the flashing. So I'll just put that over and cover over. So the wires are going out of here. They're very much tucked away because everybody, That's a message. Everything's going to be covered over pretty soon anyway, and nothing's sticking out. So it looks a little bit iffy at the moment. It looks perfectly fine to me because I can work on this at my heart's content. And when these push through, these will not be in the way because the pieces will already be in place. So, right, got everything in the way at the moment. So the nacelles, one nacelle's ready. The star drive section is ready. If you ever wanted to know how this actually connects in place, right, these 4 parts here, what we do later on, with the hold in place, and there'll be a piece of plastic which wedges underneath it. So these will be permanently up. And then, so there'll be 4 pieces that will be, yeah, literally wedges, and you will wedge underneath all 4 and potentially this line over here as well. But you can't use the star drive section. So luckily, took the battery cover off, not using batteries, that will be hidden away. This is only so I can actually potentially do this back to as it should do in the future. Nothing's unturnaroundable. So yeah, all 4 of these will lift up. There'll be a wedge underneath these and that, and then the back of these 2, and they'll be just up, and then you, whoom, in you go with the saucer. Getting me? Good. So we have the saucer. Now, I have 2 connectors on the back of here, which you can't really see because the camera's the wrong way around. There we go. So I have, where the battery pack originally went was kind of both from back here, and I've extended the cables out, so these yellow and red, yellow and white, and these black and red. These will come out to be longer if needed. But the weird thing about it, when this is being done, because the next issue is building this side up and some of the bits on the secondary hull, yes, that'll be done. Then after that, I'll be there and there, or there, and I think half of this, the skeleton, comes up. Not the next issue, the one afterwards. So you get this bit over here, and tucking the wires underneath, fine. And on this section, when it comes in, I think it's issue 29, it's a full cover. A few lights down here, and then this curved part over here, and there are 5 holes actually in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, where you wedge under with those latches from here when they've been permanently put up upwards. They latch into that, but right at the back here, there's a 5th one. And I can't, for the life of me, figure out what this 5th one is, but it's a perfect little out for it, don't you think? And this is going to be bang there. Just a perfect connection for these. That will go exactly there. So for connecting the neck for power into there to there, that's almost going to be perfect. So there was definitely, I always wondered, because there was a socket, one of those, the female ones inside here. Never figured out what it was until it dawned on me when I was reading through the instructions. It's for another battery pack. So one battery pack goes here, one battery pack goes there. So this cable mound is going to have to move over somewhere. I'm going to leave the switch inside, but I might tape it up so that doesn't short on anything. But the switch will be here, and it will be exposed as well. So I need to fill over that hole and then just get rid of it and repaint, which is easier said than done. It's trying to match the actual paint anyway. But 2 battery packs, and then this section over here, which will be magnetic on top of it. It's a shame they didn't do one of them, and then there's a switch, and then over again. Yeah, it's one of these things. So the modding for the electrics on this is 99% done, as I haven't run a cable from here to here. Simple as. I just completely forgot. So I need to run a cable from that socket there to the B socket there, which will give it power. No problems whatsoever. Or should actually work anyway. If not, I'm sure I could figure something out. Yeah, I don't see a problem with doing it from that C socket to the B socket inside here, just bridging them across so the power comes in, comes to there, comes off to where it wants to, and the bags, and then bridges over to the star drive section. Easy enough you say. Yes, it is. But it's good to know these things now while we're faffing around and doing them all. Yes. So, all being well, it's going to be a good part, but it's just a shame. A nice little star drive section. This is obviously when you're going to display it in 2 separate parts. Although we can stand the star drive on something, but we can't stand this on anything. So, it's kind of, yes, well done, Eaglemoss. 5 out and 6 for yeah, good thinking. The other 1 out of 6 for Y. So yeah, so that's what's coming with, that's where I am up to date with this. When I start doing the next part, which I think is number 25 out of 31, yeah, it's going to build over everything that I've done, and also with the star drive it needed to be done anyway, because like I said, this will be covered over and that will be covered over, so my wiring is officially done and I can access towards the power supply. Good, sort of happy, or I'm happier. So anyway, that's the end of this little update. Please like, share and subscribe, follow me on social media, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye for now.